Hey everybody, Shamanic here. I just wanted to go ahead and express some of the really cool things I'm seeing during this time. And I think I've mentioned it in other videos. But the people that are really in tune or like for real woke up, they're really getting some of the best visions, information, ideas when I help them do their divination sets, whether it's their own tarot deck or it's their rune deck. I mean, the stuff that I'm seeing is just so crystal clear of an attachment with not just the earth energies, but more like galactic energies, universal energies. I mean, it's amazing to see. I mean, I've waited my whole life to be able to see things like this. The women that I've worked with in the recent past, Orshi, she's a shamanic woman on Instagram. Lisa Glesvalle, she's Healers of Earth on Instagram. Isabel Blashnik is another one. But I'm gonna start putting these, and I'm gonna introduce one other one I'm gonna talk to today. She decides to do her YouTube channel, but it makes sense because I've always seen the Earth as female. I mean, it's a really prolific planet, at least in this phase of it, and it would make sense that the women are the ones that are really getting all these messages. Now, people say, "Oh, it's the dawn of Aquarius and all New Age," or whatever, or maybe the real healing is going to come from the feminine energy, and that's just that. That's not a me selling out. Speaking of which, I know what it's like to live in a matriarchal society, and it's awesome for men. It works. If you have women that are like really in tune to that energy. But going back to these girls and what's happening these days, you're going to see some new ones come up. Maybe making their own YouTube channels, making their own videos and things like that. Um, and unfortunately, a lot of them don't know what they're talking about. But the ones that I recommend that you subscribe to, I think, that you'd be able to really take a lot of what they say for good information. Um, when I work with people like this, whether it's male or female, I don't really give the teachings per se because it's really about being unique. I just ask a lot of questions. I get them to just kind of like, if I see their thoughts going one way and one way only, I try to ask questions that will kind of like get them to think in different directions, kind of omnidirectional, and that gives a complete thought. So, all that being said, you know, uh, for you other people out there that are feeling the visions or getting pictures or having dreams that come true, your initial intuition is really like spiking, leave a comment. If you know somebody like this, share the video with them and leave a comment of other things I can leave videos on. Because in reality, humans are so versatile and so unique in so many different ways. As I've told a lot of my students, you know, I can't give you a curriculum to say that if you study this, you're going to be a good shaman. And this is why I also kind of discourage people away from courses, especially in the very, very beginning, because as they're coming up into this unique being, that can really do some great community service throughout the planet, by going to some course that's very, very linear, and especially for women, it just kind of like defeats the purpose of the whole awakening process because you're getting all this information but probably has nothing to do with your journey, and you don't really know the history, training, efficiency of the person given the course. And that goes back into, if you're going to think of signing up with somebody, test them, ask them questions, what was your greatest accomplishments, what was your best thing, and so on. Because I'd rather see these women really nurturing their self and really testing their self on things. Society teaches us to doubt ourselves, to think we're not good enough, and to go ahead and trust some person with a name and or initials after their name, wearing a white coat or has a degree, and that's not always the best case. I mean, I have a lot of highly educated people, professors, of universities come see me, and I have a GED. Okay, I've worked in terminal cases, potentially terminal cases, with doctors, all right, to help heal them from their diagnosis. See, so it's really about efficiency, and you get that efficiency, a high rate of it, from being unique unto you. And because people are so unique and so diverse in personalities, lifestyles, and the journeys in particular, there's plenty of room for lots of unique shamans or shamanic practitioners. Because you can have one person that jives with this large group, or 5 or 10 people that really are more efficient with 5 or 10 smaller groups. See, so that's when you get that really unique and deep, deep care and guidance, to help these other people then become even more unique. Even if they don't become shamans, even if they don't become shamanic practitioners, the fact is, if we had more human beings that were really striving to be unique and really proud of how unique that they were and how efficient they were, even in just everyday life, that's an awesome planet. I mean, why would we not want that? Okay, so like I said, if you have thoughts, leave a comment, and I'll do some update videos on these other people that you can go and subscribe to. Catch you guys later.